Let's flip the script. Let's go to the Celtics. Obviously, a game we're thinking, okay, it's the 8th game that we're going to see Jason Tatum in. They'll get the victory. They're starting to oil, the cogs a little bit. Not the case here tonight. So tell me exactly what happened. I see UBC looking at the box score. What went wrong for the Celtics?
Well, I'll tell you this. JB is doing his job. He's showing up. And that's what it is, regardless of if your team's stuck in the mud. Your superstar has to step up and be that guy, and he's doing that. And I think it's going to be a situation with JT that is, every couple of games, he's going to kind of look like he's in the mud a little bit, just trying to find his way, getting his legs up under him, so on and so forth. I mean, they do a great job of ball movement. Just tonight, I think they didn't do a great job of on ball, guarding the ball, at the point of attack. And once they started getting into the paint, Minnesota was able to get anything they wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, for Boston, it's really just finding out the rhythm of the team now, of the other guys when you insert a guy like JT. I don't want to say it seems out of whack, but their shooting has gone down since he's been here. So it's really like, guys, what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, are we running the same stuff that we ran before? Are we still on the same page, or are we divided because, we're not playing our same game? I'm sure there's a lot mentally that these guys are going through because of the insertion of JT and them not playing the same type of basketball that they play individually, not shooting the ball extremely well. So they struggled with Memphis the other night, and they struggled tonight against a team that doesn't have their best players. So I'm sure there's some questions, that these guys got to answer.
Shot making. I mean,
that was from their defense.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. 35% and 27% from three. You're going to have to make shots, and they're going to have to figure out when we're not hitting shots. And I know Mazzulla has said he wants 40 to 60 shots. They only got 33 up today. Where do you go from there? How do you play from there? And that's the question, because if sometimes in the playoffs, that three-point shot's not going to be there. Who's going to be that next guy? Or how are we going to play from then? And who do we feature, or where do we put our two stars to succeed?
Mm-hmm. Well, Minnesota gave them a taste of their medicine. When the game was getting fast and they wasn't getting nothing, they put Naz Reid right here on this block, slow the game down, let's get to it. Me, personally, I would love to see more of JT as he's figuring this out, as he's getting his body back right, as he's getting his legs underneath of him. Play in this area a little bit more. Play in this low block, get as close as you can to the basket. You so big, you so strong, you can shoot over little guys.
Crafty.
You can get in the paint. Fouls, You're too strong for these guys. Don't try to get it back out there on the three. I want to see you get down to this spot. Then you build yourself back up out there.
But, Mel, even when we're healthy, this is where we start because we know we're going to get our rhythm this way, getting easy baskets, getting to the free throw line. Now, as you feel like you've gotten that rhythm, you can extend out. But to start out here, right, and you don't have your legs, you don't have your basketball legs, and to start out here and you struggle, and then you don't come inside, that's a bad recipe for basketball.
Well, it's a recipe for the second lowest field goal percentage that they shot all season long. So it's certainly...
That's who they are, though. That's, they live and die by that. That's Boston. We've been talking about that all year long. Yeah. They've won with that.
Yeah,
they won
ball.
With this style of play. For me, it's just more about JT. You coming back, you're looking good, you're having moments where I got to get my legs underneath for me. Those moments within the game, just come down here. Just sit right there, post up, get you a touch, get you something easy, get you something light. Because you can do that. That's going to come. I'm not worried about that. But right here,
see both of those superstars playing between free throw line and post, to where now you put the pressure on one or two dribbles. You put your team in the penalty. Yeah. Because of how great they are scoring in the post in mid range, pump fakes. They have everything. They have the footwork and the ability. I just, like you said, use it more. You're going to get all the threes you want out of it, even if it's not those guys, because at some point they're going to demand double team. Yeah. Or they're going to demand teams to now get in help mode where they do a great job, like we talked about, their ability to share the ball. It's going to happen. I think you start there first.
Yeah, because that's the thing. A team that doesn't shoot a lot of free throws, right? You got to generate that. You're going to have to generate those in the playoffs. Get those easy baskets, because when you're not making those threes, It's going to be tough for you guys to get stops. Because these guys are going to be running out in transition. You're going to be giving up easy baskets, so you might want to start in here and find that rhythm.
And the Celtics are really trying to play fast, lowest pace of play in the league. That's part of the Mazzulla ball, too. They like to get rebounds. And we've been here, too, when, like, Kata goes off or someone else kind of steps up. But at the time, there was no Jason Tatum. So there was an expectation that other person had to. And they're still figuring it out, putting the cogs all together. And they got 12 games before the playoffs get started to have it a well-oiled machine. We'll see if they can figure it out. All right, we got a good one for you tomorrow on Peacock. Wemby, the Spurs, they're going to visit Bam. Just call them 83. And the Heat. Here's an early look at the line for that game for DraftKings Sportsbook. The Spurs are road favorites, and they're headed down to Miami. All right, we're going to preview that matchup when we come back. The Spurs, we love seeing them. Last time we were there, Wemby put on a show. We'll see how they'll do against Miami as we enter the last stretch of the NBA regular season. All right, let's catch up on what happened around the association. We got the Trailblazers taking on the Nuggets. Let's go. Let's start with great ball movement. You know you're going to get that in Denver.
They in sync. Denver's always in sync. Joker know the role. He hit Jamal, hit
Peyton Watson.
Gordon. They all out there. They know what they know what it be at on the basketball court.
By the way, Peyton Watson hadn't played since February 4th, dealing with a hamstring. He's back.
Dunk shot.
Listen.
Get up, get up.
This is a very dangerous team, fully healthy, man.
Especially when they play like this.
You just don't know where it's going to come from.
That one came from Cam Johnson. He knocked down that three. Here comes Jamal Murray. 22 points and 7 assists.
Jamal Murray he's been playing well, man. He's been playing great. Welcome back, Gordon.
We love to see it. It's all high fives. 28 triple-double, by the way, by the Joker. 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 14 assists in this one.
They're tuning up.
Another win. Yeah, they're tuning up right nice. All right, let's get to the Knicks.
What they doing?
Let's see what they're doing. They're hosting the Wizards. Yeah, that's all you need to know. We're going to storytell them.
Take that step back right there.
JB said me first.
JB doing what he do best. Put the ball in the hole, man. Leading these dudes.
Give me that.
Way to hold the fort down.
What? Here we go.
Oh, you got to dunk that, JB.
Mikal sends it to JB. Bad pass to a good pass.
Ooh.
Hey.
I see you, Clarkson.
You saw that, Jordan Clarkson?
Yeah, I see you, JC.
No, look. Okay, let's get into Tyler Kolek. He played in the G League earlier today for the Westchester Knicks, okay? He scored 42 points and made 9 threes. Then he hops into this game, okay? Some light. Scored another 11 points in 5 minutes of play.
That is a grind.
Isn't that crazy?
So play in the G League early today, have 42, then come out and play in the NBA game. That's a grind, man. Shout out to Cole.
11 in 5 minutes.
11 in 5 minutes.
I mean,
he's a walking bucket. There you go.
And the video.
Hey, look at his stat line today, though.
You looking at the stat line? What
you look at the video.
53
points,
19 for 26.
He said it was a hair flip.
Bro,
that's all it was.
17 from 3 today.
Yeah, he shot that thing today, boy.
New York forever.
Wow.
Look at the Hawks.
Now, remember, the Knicks are just a half game behind the Celtics right now. Okay, so we can see some flipping going on. Yeah, you're looking at the Hawks. We've been talking about the Magic a lot, and I'm surprised as soon as this came up that you didn't say Hornets, T-Mac. That's the first thing you usually point to.
They're still in the same spot.
They haven't moved. They're in a good spot right there.
His other team, the Hawks.
Yeah. I was heavy speaking on the Hawks in the preseason.
You was.
Well, listen, let's go do a little live look in. We're going to head out to Phoenix, and right now they're playing the Raptors. Large lead, which they need right now.
And we just live look into this.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to see y'all sitting here talking on the baseline, talking about nothing while they're breaking down.
They would rather listen to us right now. Trust me, see us.
Phoenix is saying, look, y'all keep talking about all these other teams right here.
There we go.
We're still here. Devin Booker, to me, has been quietly this whole season.
Putting together a great season,
but also leading the Phoenix Suns. And we talked about this earlier. This was a transition year. This is almost rebuilding for Phoenix and Devin Booker. So for him to take that helm and do what he's doing with this team, man, is unbelievable to watch.
Also, just him welcoming in Dylan Brooks to allow him to put his DNA on his team.
Absolutely.
As he's done his previous stop, whether it's Memphis or Houston. He completely changed the complexity of that team, and he's done the same with Phoenix.
Well, he gives Book an opportunity, someone who's tougher on the defensive end, somebody who's bringing that tenacity, that grit, and he's another voice that Book could go in the bunker with, too.
For sure.
Right now, Devin Booker has 25 points on the game. Remember, Phoenix, though, they were on a 5-game losing streak, so really trying to right the ship here as we go into the last 10 to 12 games of the season for both of these guys, VC.
Well, I tell you what, the Phoenix Suns are moving up.
I tell you what.
I'll tell you, the Phoenix Suns are another team we talk about that you don't want to see in the playoffs.
I agree.
I'm serious.
I agree with that. I do agree. Yeah. They're scary. I don't think they have enough.
No,
but they're scary.
But that's that tough out. You'll beat them. But like you come out of that like, man, we had to exert a lot of energy to get this team away because, they have a lot of young guys who are going to play hard.
They're going to have the attitude, right, by their leader. That attitude is going to be displayed every time they step on the court.
Give us the promo.
Yeah, give us the promo, team. Come on, read it.
For tomorrow's game, we got the Spurs taking on the Heat.
Read the teleprompter.
Tomorrow's night's game, Peacock Monday with a doubleheader. First, Wemby and the Spurs take on a trip to South Beach to face Bam Adebayo and the Heat.
Okay.
Then Cooper Flagg continues his campaign for Rookie of the Year, leading the Mavericks against Golden State. Y'all better tune in, because we're going to be
not there. We're going to be not there.
I said watching.
Okay.
He said tune in, because we're going to be watching.
Miami Heat and Bam Adebayo.
Let's talk about it. Look, every now and then we just test the prompter reading so they can see. It's a little difficult.
It is.
Let's talk about the Spurs and the Heat. We'll start with the Spurs, though, and what they've been able to do. Still winning games. They're sitting right now at 2, pretty solidified right there, but they're putting the finishing touches, I would say, on what they want their team to look like in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is just a well-oiled machine, and leading at the helm is, that guy that is very shiny out on the basketball court and Wemby on both ends. But, when you have guard play like these guys that compete on both ends and they bring it every single night, more importantly, they take their matchups personally, right? So if you got guys that's taking their matchup personally, it really doesn't cause us for a lot of rotation in the defense. These guys are locking up. But when you do have rotation, you got that big guy protecting that rim.
Just watching their swagger and their confidence on both sides of the basketball, that is the kind of confidence you want leading into the playoffs, and they're definitely doing that. They believe that they can play with or beat anyone that they face.
Wemby is coming down the end of the season saying he want to get 60 wins.
He said it. He told us.
That mindset right there just tells me something totally different about San Antonio and Wemby and the focus going into the postseason. I don't think we've seen the best of San Antonio yet.
Really?
I don't think so.
What do you think that they could still unlock, maybe?
Even defensively, you talking about defensively, when they decide to really lock in defensively, it's hard to score on those guys and the defenders that they have. With Wemby playing in the paint the way he is.
Especially like we all know when you play San Antonio, what do? They channel you baseline to the big man. And regardless of if he's way on the 3-point line or whatever, it doesn't matter. They understand how to play it and they make it tough. And he's a great rim protector. And then when they get out and run, they have athletes shooting and then Wemby trailing.
Sure.
That's a tough call.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a fun night. You see they're breaking down TD Garden. Apparently, they're about to put us out so they can get the ice out. We appreciate you joining us for Basketball Night in America, Sunday Night Basketball. It's been another fun one here for the Celtics and the Timberwolves. Ultimately, it's the Timberwolves getting their first win since 2005. Sorry, Uncle P, y'all didn't get the victory on Paul Pierce night, but Naz Reid was rolling. Rudy Gobert was blocking shots. And once again, we had an amazing Sunday. We'll see you on Tuesday, Bones Highland.